those new numbers. The Labor Department just released new unemployment figures for last week. Joining now to discuss what we are seeing, Julia Chatterley. Julia, what do you got?
Well, we now see an extra 5.24 million people filing for unemployment benefits for the first time in the past week, as you can see. So it's not as high as some of the worst expectations. It's pretty much in line, but it's still, John, a further 5.2 million people. If I add that to the numbers that we've seen for the past few weeks, we're now talking about 22 million people just in the last 4 weeks filing for the first time. In terms of states where we've seen an increase in claims, Georgia, Michigan, Arizona, Texas, and it's broad across the industry: trade, social assistance, healthcare, hotels, retail, you name it, every sector just about coming under pressure, and this is the result.
5.2 million new jobs lost in 1 week. And just so people understand, if you add that to the job losses from the 3 previous weeks, that makes 22 million, which is roughly all the jobs that were added to the U.S. economy since the Great Recession, correct?
Correct. We're approaching that level. And remember, this is just in the space of 4 weeks. 5 weeks ago, these people were getting on with their lives. They had jobs. And in the space of 4 weeks, wiped out a whole decade near of job gains. That's what's so unimaginable about this for these people and for these families.
All right, I want to bring in CNN White House correspondent John Harwood. And John, 5.2 million is a staggering figure, one that would not have been believed a month ago. However, if there's one dim ray of light here, is it's a smaller number than what we'd seen for the previous 2 weeks when there were more than 6 million job losses. Does that indicate to you any potential leveling off here?
Not necessarily. It could be an artifact of who can apply and processes in the states, which are uneven and different state by state. There's some states, like Florida, that have had difficulty letting people apply for these jobless benefits and recording the number that exist out there. This is a catastrophic, rolling catastrophe that we're seeing. Indicates that the actual unemployment rate in the country is now over 15%. We haven't seen a rate that high since the Great Depression. And it's clear that for all the talk about restarting the economy to try to alleviate this pain, that the key to doing that is what you were discussing a few minutes ago, John, with Ron Klain, is instituting a testing regime at a large level: surveillance testing, symptomatic testing, contact tracing, that would allow businesses to have the confidence and consumers to have the confidence to restart the economy and get us going again. The real challenge is going to be when we have this level of people out of work, you have to wonder how many of the businesses that they work at are still going to be functioning when we do are in a position to restart the economy. So the toll is staggering, and we don't know how to calculate it right now, because if it's a restaurant, if it's a store, is that going to still be a viable enterprise when we're ready to go? We don't know that yet.
And again, both of you have mentioned the effective unemployment rate right now might be north of 15% as we sit here. We won't know that officially until the end of the month. John, you brought up a couple things that I think are really important. One, you can't divorce testing from all this. You can't divorce the medicine from all this. We can talk about reopening the economy, but until people feel comfortable going to a store, it's just not going to happen. The second thing you talked about is what parts of the economy are just broken in a way that won't be easily fixed as you bring back the dimmer. And the third thing, and I think this is where I want to bring the conversation now, is what is Congress doing, right? The fund, the Payroll Protection Fund to help small businesses get back, we're told is almost depleted. So when are we going to see more money in it, John?
Well, I think there are talks ongoing right now between Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Whatever they come up with has got to be unanimous. They're in pro forma session. They need unanimous consent to move things. That always push toward a narrowing of the agenda. Speaker Pelosi has been trying to get additional items which are also needed. Funds for state and local governments, which are now broke as they deal with the pandemic. Funds for a testing ramp-up. Senate Democrats want $30 billion for that. That may have to wait till the next piece of legislation, but we're going to see those talks continue today between Pelosi and the administration I do think that by the end of the week, we are highly likely to get Congress to move money for this Paycheck Protection Program, because the demand for it is an indication that the economy.
Hello viewers, how are you? I hope you are doing well. As you all know that the economical situation of the world is going day by day worst due to coronavirus pandemic. And in America, more than 22 million people are unemployed, and they are submitting files for unemployment benefits. So the economical situation in all over the world is going worse and worse day by day, and it also affects the economical situation of America, and people are getting unemployed in different sectors. So people are filing for unemployment benefits. So thanks for watching this video. Please like and share, and also subscribe Shahid official channel. Thanks for watching.